My boyfriend Jack and I have been taking a little culinary journey across the United States, just sort of exploring different recipes from different states, trying to kind of figure out what American food really is, because when you think about it, I think most people think American food is like pizza and burgers, and basically what I think of as bar food. There is such diversity, culinary diversity, across the United States, and that's because it's a big continent and there's 50 different states and a bunch of territories, and they all have their own history, their own unique population, unique traditions, and every area has a different climate, different things that grew there, different things that settlers brought with them, different foods that they ate, and we just want to try it all. And of course, because I'm vegan, we have to veganize everything, so this is going to be a really unique experience. And it turns out that a lot of states, their favorite foods include a lot of sandwiches. Usually it's some immigrant came and settled in the area and opened a delicatessen and invented some sandwich that just became popular across the region, and some of those sandwiches have become loved across the entire United States. So yeah, sandwiches are really popular, and today we're going to explore one of those. It is the Philly cheesesteak. So stick around and see how we make a vegan Philly cheesesteak. This is going to be good. To replace the meat in the sandwich, we are going to make some seitan, and to do that we start off with some of this vegan beef bouillon flavored cubes, and I'm just crumbling them up so they'll be easier to dissolve with some hot water. The main ingredient in this seitan is vital wheat gluten, so if you're gluten-free, this is probably not the recipe for you, but for everybody else, it is a delicious recipe. And so we had a couple of cups of wheat gluten, some nutritional yeast, some onion powder, we've got some salt and some celery salt, about a teaspoon of each of these, and a couple of teaspoons of paprika, some garlic powder, thyme, and oregano. We've also got a little bit of mustard powder. I put plenty of pepper in, but feel free to pepper it to your own taste, and then we just mix all those dry ingredients together and move on to the wet ingredients. So there's a tablespoon of tomato paste, which is dissolved with some vegetable broth, and we add about a quarter cup of olive oil, a couple of tablespoons of tamari, I'm using a low sodium variety, and a couple of tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. Then just give that a stir, and we will add that to the dry ingredients. Now this recipe is from Hot for Food, and I will leave a link to the recipe down below. But there's a lot of different recipes for seitan out there. Some of them include tofu. We're just trying some different ones, and this is definitely a good one. I would use it again. I think it's one of the simpler recipes out there. And it's really fun just to make some weird faces with it. It's a little different than kneading bread. Okay, so I'm just gonna try to get it into a log. Is that a log? Does that look like a log? I guess logs are rough, right? When you think about it. They're not perfectly shaped. I guess that's about as good as it's gonna get. Okay, that was our seitan, and now we're going to move on to some veggies, and we have traditional Philly cheesesteak veggies, which consists of onions and mushrooms and bell peppers, and we're just going to stir fry all those up with some olive oil. Aren't those looking good? And then we put some sauce on there, but I did not record that, so I'm going to leave the recipe in the description box below, and you can check it out there. Now we're gonna try this out. We've actually had this before, but it's been a while. So yeah, probably like 3 or 4 years. So this is gonna be a treat, I hope. I did taste the seitan and it tasted good.
The Philadelphia cheesesteak.
Philadelphia cheesesteak. Thanks, Philly.
Yeah. It smells really good. You can smell all the bell peppers, which there are plenty of.
Just eat it. I'd call that a winner. What about you? You like it?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
The flavors are changing.
It's got a lot of flavor.
After you eat
I'm
it.
liking it.
All the spices are coming through. Just like your traditional Philly cheesesteak. So it just happens to be vegan. It just happens to be good for you. So try this one.
It's just good food.
Try this one.
It doesn't look like it's good for you. It looks like a real one.
It looks pretty realistic. Minus the cheese whiz.
Cheese whiz.
Yeah, because the original recipe, I think, has cheese whiz. That's what they say online.
I've
If
never
you look
even
up
eaten
Philly
cheese whiz.
cheesesteak, like the regular stuff.
Cheers. Just like a regular cheesesteak.
You don't
It's
get
all falling out, overflowing with ingredients.
Yeah,